EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marchich here with your outlook for January 9th, 2019. For your Wednesday, we're expecting a mostly cloudy day in the wake of this system that moved through last night and brought a line of thunderstorms through in the mid to late evening hours. So that will be moving away and wrapping up really nicely. New England, giving them a pretty good snow event up here in northern New England, Vermont, New Hampshire, and Maine, of course. And we will be left with mostly cloudy skies, but also windy conditions because this thing is wrapping up so quickly up here in northern New England, and we have high pressure out here in the Midwest making its way eastward. The pressure gradient between the two, you can see the tight isobars right here. That's going to channel the wind and speed up the wind a little bit in between that, created by that pressure gradient. And we will have a windy day today. It'll be a little bit breezy, maybe not quite as windy tonight, but just still breezy. And then Thursday, I think, is also another windy day with that cold air advection coming in. So I don't think the temperatures move much today from the overnight lows. They're really not going to go up much, if any at all. Matter of fact, you might even see the temperature drop a little bit throughout the day, and we're stuck in the 30s in most places, except when you're down here by Philly, then it probably gets above 30. But whatever you are this morning, that's probably your high temperature for the day, and then we start to back off. And then again, we're going to be windy straight through this entire period and the overnight, and again here on Thursday, although Thursday is going to turn more partly cloudy versus mostly cloudy. Now, I know everybody's on here looking for answers to the weekend storm system and what it's going to do. Well, we do think we are going to get something out of it. Something. Just probably not what the snow lovers are looking for in terms of a big snowstorm. Everybody wants a big snowstorm all the time, and I get that. If those of you that follow the long-range outlooks religiously every Friday, and those of you that have been following along with my Weather Weeklies videos every Sunday, know the deal with the snow. And then when the pattern change was going to occur to a colder and stormier pattern, we outlined that date as January 20th. That was the magic date. We also stated that anything that happens before that, which this weekend would obviously be before that, anything that happens before that would have to be a perfectly timed thread-the-needle situation, and it's not going to be a common occurrence during this period leading up to the 20th. This is your thread-the-needle storm, okay? But it's not necessarily, so if it's not going to be a big storm, we don't think, or I'd be very surprised if it is. I know some ensemble members are pretty enthused. Here's Friday, by the way. Friday is going to be a mostly sunny day. Going to be very cold the rest of this week. Very cold. Today's not so bad. It's actually going to be the warmest day of the upcoming week. We're only going to be in the 30s. So think about that one. It's going to be pretty cold. Below freezing for highs for many days in the upcoming days straight through the weekend and into actually early next week. Here is that system we're talking about moving in from the west-southwest, and it's going to come in probably Saturday evening, and then continuing the overnight, and then into Sunday morning at the very least. All right, that's where the timing is of this, but it doesn't look like it's going to be a really amped up system. And you can see, basically most of the energy is consolidated down here with the low pressure, but you have some northern stream, or not northern stream, but some northern extent of this precipitation coming northward and getting us. And I think that's what's going to give us our snow. And again, this doesn't look like much, and it really isn't. And it's mainly a south of I-78 deal. You split their coverage area in half. It looks like the southern half is going to do better than the northern half. But even here, even though it's only showing these these dark rays here, which is not really a lot of precipitation here at all in terms of liquid equivalent, but if you convert this over to snow and high ratio snow, which we're expecting, we can get it, 1 to 3 in snowfall. That's not out of the question. And the further south you go, closest to the Mason-Dixon line, that might be turning into 2 to 4. Again, these are just numbers I'm throwing out there arbitrarily. I'm not going to give you an exact amount at this point, at this range, but it looks like I'm going to side with the idea that this is going to be a weaker system, not a lot of amplification with it, not a big storm potential here. I mean, there is a slight potential that it could get a little bit better than this, but I think it's limited in its upside. All right, so some things that needed to come together for this to phase. It looks like the northern stream energy is going to run out ahead of it, so it's all going to be the southern vort that is going to have to overperform. Can that happen? Sure. It's an El Nino year. Southern Jet's very amped. We've seen this happen all throughout December with big rainstorms that just overperformed. This can do it too. All right, so there's still time for that to happen. We're talking about Saturday night and Sunday morning at the very least. This can change into something a little bit more. I just want to go nuts with it, thinking you're going to get a foot of snow out of this. It's probably not happening. Probably not. So here's that system. Continuing east, again, it goes into Sunday morning, and then that is out of here. after that point. And then Monday and Tuesday we're left with mostly sunny skies. Temperatures won't be as cold early next week. We're going to start moderating a little bit. Still in the 30s, but still moderating from what we will be over the weekend. And here's another look of this is the new GFS array this evening. Very similar idea. This one's color-coded blue here for snow, so you can tell the difference between rain, which is green, so the mixing in between, and the blue, of course, is snow. And it pretty much is the same idea here. Just light stuff, really light snow. See that here? Southern PA is closest to Maryland closest to the Maryland-Pennsylvania border here would have the highest snows. These areas down here in D.C., I mean, you might wind up with a 3 to 6 inch snowfall down here. You know, nice, decent amount there. But even though it's lighter snows up in these regions, in our coverage area, it's a high ratio snow, 15 to 1 ratio, something like that. So that means for every inch of rain, you get 15 inches of snow. We're not getting an inch worth of rain or liquid equivalent. Probably going to get about a tenth of an inch or maybe a little bit more than that. So you convert that to a 15 to 1 scale, you get a 1 to 3 inch snowfall. So that's pretty much what we're looking at right now, okay? And then this goes right into Sunday morning, which is right here. In the afternoon, it starts to clear out. So that's our system for the weekend. If anything changes and gets a little more robust from that, which is certainly possible, if it decides to miss, which is also possible, or if it just kind of maintains what my ideas are here in this video, you know, we'll let you know what's going on with that in the days ahead. Today is, of course, only Wednesday, so you have a couple more days to look at this. I'm really interested in tomorrow morning's video because I should have a pretty good handle by later today what this is going to do. So I think we're almost there. The models are coming in agreement seemingly, so we'll see if we have an agreement on this weekend store. But don't get bummed if you're a snow lover. You're like, oh wow, here we go again, only getting 1 to 2 inches of snow. You know, again, this is a thread needle situation, like I talked about. This is not really, you know, if it's missed, whatever. We still have the pattern change coming on January 20th and onward. We're going to be pretty busy. So just hold your horses for right now. I think you have an opportunity for snow, plenty of it coming up late in the month and also during the month of February, maybe even in March. I'm EPAWA meteorologist Bobby Marters. That is your outlook for January 9th, 2019. Have a great Wednesday.